Good morning. I'm very happy to be here. You all look great. Congratulations. Well, you can't but freak out when asked to speak to all of you. Seriously. So far, all commencement speeches I have attended were given by old, wise men. First and foremost, I'm not a man. This is pretty obvious. Second, I am not old. Even though my daughters reminded me that I'm twice your age, so please leave me in my denial. So if old and men are out, only wisdom is left. So let me try to make it my very own. So for this, I'm going to try to summarize over the next few minutes my 20-odd years experience since I graduated. And I found that 4 words could just do that. The first one is passion. This one is easy for all of you. We would all agree that standing in a kitchen all day or serving guests in a restaurant is not an easy task. It requires passion, tons of it. I only succeeded in ventures I was completely passionate about, and I have to admit that I failed miserably in the ones I wasn't. My first passion, as you heard, was and still is Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, Dunkin' Donuts. And we strive with Dunkin' to put a smile on people's face. Really, it's amazing to see how the faces lit up when they sip their first coffee in the morning or when people bite into a donut. So for us, we were and still are in the smiling business. And this makes the whole difference for our guests, but also for our team members and for myself. You guys are in an amazing and probably very scary spot right now, because you can do whatever you want to do and be whoever you want to be. Open your restaurant, work with a star chef, travel the world. As long as you're passionate about it, the sky is the limit. Do something that makes you smile, like really something that helps you wake up in the morning and be ready to move mountains. But just do it. Moving mountains leads me to my second word, which is dream. I come from a very, very small country on the Mediterranean Sea. A lot of people Google Lebanon after I do a small speech. And we've been through every single crisis you can think of. War, explosions, terrorism, economical crisis, you name it. But through it all, I didn't just want to survive or keep my business afloat. We wanted really much more. And we were given a chance thanks to a taxi driver in Washington, D.C. 7 years ago. So I was in a cab, and he asked me where I was from, and with a big smile, I said I was from Lebanon, and he was a foodie, so we started talking about food. And he had absolutely no idea about Lebanese cuisine. So I discussed our food, the spices, like everything that has to do with Mediterranean cuisine. And at the end, probably to shut me up, he told me that I should open a Lebanese restaurant because he got so excited by our conversation that he's heading to the first one he could find. Well, this is what we did. 10 months ago, Simsom was born. We opened the first restaurant in Beirut, and then it was immediately followed by Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, by Kuwait, by Muscat, and soon in Riyadh and Dubai. And becoming regional was really an amazing dream, and having people eat our food all over the region was amazing. But the idea started in the US, so we wanted to bring it back here. And everyone thought this was crazy. And they all gave me tons of reasons why we shouldn't do it. But I believe that magic really comes when we step outside our comfort zone. And the more people told me it was crazy, the more determined I was to make it happen. And we did, along with my sister, that is here with us today. It took me 6 months to beg her to leave her consulting job and to join the dream, and I'm very happy she did. She now manages our US operation. So we opened the first Simsom in New York, the second is on the way, the third one as well, and we have a plan for much more. So dream, and dream big. Do not let anyone put barriers or limitations to your dreams. But most importantly, do not put limits to yourself. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and some sacrifices. But if this is really what you want to do, again, just do it. The third word is love. As you venture passionately into your career, you shouldn't overlook your personal life. And you must be wondering, can we have it all? Well, you heard a little bit about my business side, but this does not define who I am. I do work a lot, and more importantly, I love what I do. But even more important are my other roles. I'm a mom of two amazing daughters that are 11 and 10. And along with my daughters, my husband is the most important person in my life. And I will tell you, especially for the girls, and I can see a lot of girls, and I'm very happy about it, that if you want to have a family and a career, I only have one advice. Choose the right husband. This is the most important advice I can give you. Because if your life partner is not supportive, or he or she doesn't urge you to follow your dreams, well, choose another partner, not another dream. I am also a daughter. I am who I am in big part thanks to the love and support I got from my parents when I was a kid. And the reason I'm here today is also thanks to my mom, who helps every day with my family. And last but not least, I'm a sister, I'm a mentor, and I'm a friend. And this is who I really am. And here I would like to share a personal story. My grandfather, who I loved enormously, passed away 4 years ago. And a few days before he died, I was with him at the hospital, and I asked him about his best memories in life. This was a man who has started an amazing business from scratch, set up many charities, met with the Pope 7 times, and was very active socially. And this is what I thought he would be talking about. Well, he didn't mention any of these. The only thing he could talk about passionately as a 96-year-old was his travels with his daughters. Nothing else mattered. This came as a shock and made me realize that at the end of the day, we only have one life, and it happens outside the kitchen or outside your restaurant. What we will remember are actually the people we love and the time we spent with them. And if you want to remember one thing out of the few minutes we're spending together, then remember this. Time flies incredibly fast. Kids grow incredibly fast. So don't miss precious moments with the people you love because of work, however passionate you are about it. And make sure you schedule time with your loved one with with even more love and more passion than you schedule a meeting with your supplier or with your team. I will use stereotypes because they all work. What will you do today if it was the last day of your life? Or what would you like to have written on your tombstones? These are the kind of questions I try to ask myself in the morning to make sure I'm making the right choices. And it's not always easy. And this takes me to the last of my 4 words, which is happy. In my 20s, I was an adrenaline junkie. This made me happy. I skydived more than 300 times, even over the North Pole. I bungee jumped, deltaplaned, raced cars, got my private pilot license, did acrobatic flying, completely crazy, you name it. Then at 30, I got my first and a year later, my second daughter. And my priorities shifted. I still wanted to grow my business. I still wanted to dream big, travel the world, and do things I'm passionate about. But the most important was that I want to be an awesome mom, and I want to be the right role model for my daughters. This was my priority. And now, at 40, you don't have to remember that I'm 40, I am trying to enjoy every single moment and be happy with everything I do. I'm here with you today. There's nothing more important. I'm enjoying this moment with every one of you. Because I believe that happiness is not the result of something we do or something we buy. Happiness is a choice. It is your choice. And today it's a difficult choice. Because with Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, all this new social is putting a lot of pressure on all of us. Because we see everybody's vacations picture when they look their best, and we compare to our image in the morning when we wake up. And this is not easy, and it makes it difficult for us to be happy with our life the way it is. But make happiness your choice. Choose to be happy in every single thing you do. Don't look back. Don't look at others. Happiness is inside you, and if you let it, it will take you over. So here we are, passion, dream, love, happy. I wish you many, many passionate, wonderful, magnificent happy moments. Just go do something amazing and make sure that we'll be dying to hear about it in 10 years. Thank you. Wow.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests and graduates. We are glad you could join us for this festive occasion. Today, we are pleased to bestow recognition and honor upon our commencement speaker, Christine Spear. As such, I am pleased to offer the following proclamation. Christine Spear, successful restaurateur, accomplished businesswoman, food service leader. For your incredible business savvy as CEO of Treats Holding SAL, the parent company of restaurant concept Simpson and Green Falafel and Meeting Point, which holds the franchise for more than 25 Dunkin' Donuts locations in Lebanon. For your visionary leadership in launching award-winning Dunkin' Donuts franchises in Lebanon in 1998 and in opening Simpson in 2008, a traditional Lebanese restaurant with a modern twist that has grown to 40 outlets in places such as Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Oman, and New York City, with extensive plans for additional locations. For your outstanding accomplishments that have led to many accolades, including being named a young global leader by the World Economic Forum, ranked number 19 on the list of most powerful Arab women by Forbes magazine, Middle East edition, honored as one of 100 most powerful Arab women by Arabian Business magazine for 3 years straight, and named Arabian Businesswoman of the Year by the Arabian Business Achievement Awards. For your dedication to important community initiatives, as one of 5 CEOs to be part of the BBC World News Escape from the Boardroom program as a presenter at the Entrepreneurship Initiative Speaker Series at the American University of Beirut, as a board member of the Lebanese Franchise Association, and as an active member of the Lebanese League for Women in Business. For your devotion to the Culinary Institute of America and its students as a member of the College's Society of Fellows, and in testimony to your commitment to excellence in food service and hospitality, I hereby proclaim you Ambassador of the Culinary Institute of America and present you with our gold medal and ambassador certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Ambassador Christine Spear.
Before we go, I need to take a selfie for my daughter, so please show me a very good smile.